Kids are precious, aren't they? I know that I am personally blessed to have two very wonderful kids. I mean, come on, look at those faces. What's not to love about them, right? Well, for the past 2 weeks, my house has been in COVID quarantine. I know, but that's a story for another day. But this past Sunday, my oldest daughter came to me and she was incredibly upset because she wanted to go to church. But I had to tell her that, I'm sorry, we can't. We had to stay home. We needed to remain in quarantine. You know, as a dad and as a preacher, it absolutely broke my heart to see the genuine sadness on my daughter's face. And so on this week's episode of the 5-Minute Break, parents, I want to talk to you. I want us to understand our incredible responsibility that we have to make sure we are bringing our kids to Jesus Christ. Let's go. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the 5-Minute Break, here to bring you encouragement from God's Word. I am your host, Dave, and I have the joy of serving as the lead pastor at First Christian Church in Arcadia, Florida. And so this is to all the moms and dads and probably a lot of grandparents out there. We truly need to make sure that our kids get to know Jesus Christ on a personal level. If we want our kids to make a huge impact on their world tomorrow, they need to be connected to Jesus Christ today. You know, in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 19, we see that there are some parents that understand the importance of bringing their children to meet Jesus. I want you to listen to what happens. We read, one day some parents brought their children to Jesus so that he could lay his hands on them and pray for them. But the disciples scolded the parents for bothering him. Can you believe that the disciples would think, let alone do such a thing? Why would anyone on earth want to stop children from coming and meeting Jesus? But if we are honest, I still think we try to shoo the kids away in the church today. We do so by saying things like, well, they're just the future of the church. But they're not. They are the church of right now. And we do so when we fail to create proper environments for kids to come and encounter Jesus for themselves. And we do so when we exclude kids from participating in the worship service. But you know what? We also fail when we as parents don't take the initiative to lead our families and especially our kids to know Jesus. So let me ask you this, just how important are kids to Jesus? Well, I want you to look with me at how Jesus responds to his disciples in Matthew chapter 19, beginning in verse 14. But Jesus said, "Let the children come to me. Don't stop them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children." And he placed his hands on their heads and blessed them before he left. Parents, don't deny your kids the blessings of Jesus, but bring them so that they can know Jesus and the salvation he brings. Church, we need to start doing a better job at creating good and safe environments for that blessing to take place. I want to thank you so much for taking yet another 5-minute break with me. If you enjoy this series, please be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. Share this video or others in this series with a friend who you know could use some encouragement from God's Word. And we hope that you will join us again next time.